Shit, I just fucked up my video. Anyways, it was a bunch of bullshit. Fucking magnets and toilet bowl cleaners and fucking hat wear fucking attachment for or to apply like chemicals, spray chemicals, disinfectants and shit on the face. I don't even know if it will work. But yeah, 2021, we have to be creative. We have to be smart. We have to make this money, people. And we have to help each other out. So, something cheap, something affordable. I think the magnets on the side would be a great idea. On the phone case. That would be a new phone case. And as long as the phone case is thick enough, it'll be able to rest evenly on any flat surface, or if you put it up against metal, it'll just attach. Because I tried putting it on here. That's how I came up with the idea. Because I wanted to record myself like this. How's that again? So if it's attached, somehow if it can become attached like this, then a lot of people will be able to record. Because right now, if I just leave it, it's like this. It's not like this. And if I remove my hand, it will just fall. It will tip over. So that's not good. Fuck. Or what about one solid magnet that can come out with a little swivel? You know, like those antennas? Retractable antennas? I think we're getting somewhere with this shit. So in the back of the phone, you know how those people how they put those little pins to use for their phone? Well, they could have the pin one, and then they could have another one where it can be used as a tripod type of thing, but with a strong magnet, like kind of like those tool picker upper things at like AutoZone. Yeah. And then on a swivel, so if I put it over here, if it got stuck here, the magnet, where I could put my phone this way, and then strong enough and a flat base to be able to hold the weight. I don't know if it'll work though, but smart people out there can come up with the idea, right? Or make it happen, and maybe even think about some more creative ways, smarter ways to make it work. Like the fucking door hinges. That's all iron right there. Fucking rusted iron. Look at that. Rusted iron. We need some Coca-Cola to, you know how people leave items like shower heads and anything that has a lot of contact with water, and it has those rims of like calcium buildup. Well, the same thing, but with Coca-Cola. Just submerge this in the solution, in the Coca-Cola for the example. Then they can always be painted over to prevent further rusting, because it probably got rusted from the moisture in the air from the shower. And I'm still cleaning this and taking a deuce at the same time. I'm just waiting. Been sitting here for like 30 minutes straight, strong. But yeah, there's like a plastic paints, like those plastic nails. There's like screws that they sell at Home Depot and Lowe's, and they're like covered in this thick plastic paint. And as a matter of fact, that's how they painted. My friend bought some like metal racks for his canned foods for the pantry and stuff like that. And it seems like they dipped them in this plastic paint stuff, and it prevents rusting. So it acts like an insulator. So fucking yeah, it'll be good to like treat it and then clean them, scrub them a little bit, maybe with a wire brush or some steel wool, and then paint them and then reapply them. I mean, unless the people that own this house want the hinges to look like that, and if so, then they need to at least put some or spray some sealant over it so it could prevent further oxidization inside of the living quarters, especially if they're planning on renting the property, because that can pose health defects and stuff like that. Because I seen this one YouTube video. This guy wanted his car to be like rustic looking, so he actually sprayed not rubbing alcohol, but that black or brown medical jar container peroxide. I forget the fucking name, but anyway, it helps to oxidize anything that it comes in contact with, and expedites the process of oxidization. So therefore, there's a fast chemical reaction that's visible to the eyes, like time lapse. And then, so he did that. He sprayed that shit on there, and then he cleaned it or whatever, and then he sprayed the clear coat on it, so it wouldn't like further rust his vehicle and damage it. And that's because he was like fully satisfied from that point on about how it looked and the rustic appearance of it. He didn't want it to like, go out of control or get out of control. So he controlled it by spraying the clear coat of protector, Yeah, so, restoring and preserving the stuff that we have, That's why I'm trying to clean this fucking shower. And I'm fucking bored out of my misery, and I don't have a lot of money to go out and have fun like other people do, take a vacation and, go fuck someone in the jungle somewhere, shit like that, like I just don't have no money. So I'm stuck here just learning as much as possible. And I guess it's good because whether I'm poor or rich, I'll have that knowledge. But anyway, I was watching this one video. This one lady went in, and I don't even think she did any of the work, actually. I think she was like the manager, and I think they were getting paid a lot more money than what they told their employees or whatever, or their friends. and they went after the fact that the house was clean. After this, after all the cleaning was performed, then they went in and then they did, finer detailing, which is still them doing finer detailing. So therefore they're getting extra money, but it's equivalent to like what the other girls are doing. And they're doing like all the fucking hard work. Like all they're doing is they're going in there, applying like the chemical like I did here. And, just killing some time on the side. And then they're just scrubbing it off after a few minutes or whatever with the chemical doing its thing. And boom, they're done. And they're doing that to each house that their employees are, knocking out. Boom, 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 boom. And it could take them, 4 or 5 girls working out on one house. It could take them like a whole hour. They're out of there. The other girl comes in, spotless, clean. She's just like observing everything, making sure everything's fucking spotless. They didn't fuck up anywhere. There's no smears or, any streaks anywhere on the floor, in the surfaces where they clean. There's no dust. Everything's nice and clean. And then, they go and they say, oh, and we have to do this. Because, the girls, they just don't know. They just think. But they're making a lot more money than the ones that are actually doing the actual cleaning. And then they're making excuses like, well, that's not how you clean, Like, they're just using these certain types of chemicals. They're not using these other chemicals where it takes more knowledge and education, I guess, to know and be aware of. You have to know the pros and cons about it because they can't have contact with other metals or other substances or whatever the fuck, or else there will be like some form of chemical reaction. So therefore, and for those reasons, they get paid extra. We get paid more. In other words. Yep. Because even my cup, I was scrubbing the fuck out of it with just Dawn dish soap. And it dried up. It looked disgusting. It looked like my butthole. And then I grabbed some fucking Ajax. I poured it in there. I did a little bit of scrubbing. And look at that shit. Well, anyway, I gotta go.